Hello, hello, hello. How you doing? What is going on? Aside from the fact that I just inked my board. Majorly inked my board. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was an inking. All right. Hello, Arlene. Hello, Jessica. How you doing? What's going on? How are we doing tonight? I haven't rounded any corners. I don't think I'm going to round anything here either. You know, I should, though. No, I'm not going to. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. No. So what's going on? What are we doing? What's happening? I know it's so odd to see me ink something, but I'm inking these for a purpose. Honest. Come apart, you little boogers. Okay. Here we go. Oh, cool. So are you doing metal stamping? I'd do it, but you know, that's just a whole nother pile of stuff that I can become obsessed with. And I'm already obsessed with enough stuff. I have zero impulse control, I'll tell you. And Hubbard does not know how to tell me no. Thoroughly wrapping it. Very cool, Jessica. Hey, Steffi. Yeah, I still say, you know, Hubbard is like dreading the day I look at him and go, "Oh, honey, on the way home, could you stop and get me an acetylene torch and some scrap metal?" I think he's like, "It's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. She's going to go back to welding." So Saturday, I have to go do the one thing that I can't stand. Well, it's not the worst, but it's pretty close. I got to go to a grandchild's birthday party. At least it's not at Chuck E. Cheese. Because I hate Chuck E. Cheese. And my kids get one Chuck E. Cheese a year. So I think that my daughter is reserving that one time a year for Lily Butt because she's the littlest. Yeah, because I don't do Chuck E. Cheese, you know? I don't do Chuck E. Cheese when there isn't a pandemic. There is no way I want to be around that many little petri dishes all at once. One. The chainsaw blade. Yes! See, Hubbard's just used to it by now. Like the weird stuff that I will collect. I was on a kick about 2 years ago. Like, I wanted pop caps. You know, like the pop tops off the soda cans. Luckily for me, Alex works at a beverage distributor. So she brought me a whole bunch of them before they even got put on cans. They were brandy new. I said I wanted them, and Mike just looked at me. Okay, woman. Whatever. Whatever floats your boat, honey. So, at this point, just putting these onto these cards, and then I've got some other things I have to get made. So we finish this tag thingy up. I have to find a new chiropractor. I was going to see a guy, and then he retired. So I started going to the joint chiropractic. What a waste. I went in there and I was like, told him what my problems were. Even took my medical records because I take those everywhere. So I take my medical records in and I like showing it to the doctor. And he's like, okay, well, let's take a look at you. So he looks at my bag and he, oh yeah, I see this and I see that and da 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 da. And he's like, okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to have you come in like 10 times in the next 2 weeks. And, you know, we're going to get you straightened out and sorted out. And then we're going to develop a plan, you know, that's like a treatment plan for your back. And I was like, okay. Yeah, no, they never developed anything. It's the exact same thing. They did it exact same thing for me. So I paid for Cassie to go, my youngest daughter. She went in, they did the exact same thing to her. So I decided to buy a membership for Hubbard, and he went in and they did the exact same thing to him. They never developed any kind of a treatment plan. They don't actually treat you there. All they do is just crack your back, period. Nothing to actually help. And I would actually hurt more when they were done because they would just twist me, which is probably not a good thing with a fractured spine. Because once you break your back, it always breaks. Never actually heals. I'm going to cut these down. They're a little too long. Hello, Michelle. Hi, Chris. So, yeah, I wasn't real happy with them, and I wouldn't recommend them to anybody. They actually they reached out to me about 2 months ago, and they were like, hey, you know, for $29, you can come back, and we'll only charge you like $49 a month. And I was like, no. And then they started calling me. Like, and I haven't been to them in like 3 years, but I think they like are going back through their client list from before the pandemic. And my name is just on it. And they just keep calling me and they're like, well, would you like to come back? And I'm like, no. And they're like, well, would you refer a friend? And I'm like, no, I wouldn't. Not really. You guys did nothing for me except to cause migraines. So I'm going to go with no. All right. Now I'm going to trim these edges off, these ends, because I left them a little too big. I think it's a bit too. I suppose I should probably. I like that. I don't like that one though. This doesn't. Well, that could be an issue. It was crooked. I like that. And we'll do this one. Better. Okay. Oh. Stupid bookcase. Stupid bookcase just broke my nail. All right. So that is for the big ones. Okay. Then we're going to do 10 little ones. They're going to be tags, though. I don't think I'm going to do them all tonight, but you know, we'll get started on them anyway. Tags. Okay. Boy. All right. So I did a tag book. I'm finishing up the video on it, but I made a tag book. And it's got 10 small tags and 4 like page size inserts in it. So I am working on getting the tags cut and the page pieces cut and then decorate it and put it into the thing. It's very weird. I used tape on the whole project. It was weird. I never use tape on a project. Oh, okay. Good. Flu gone. I'll tell you what, that is one thing I do not miss about having my grandkids here all the time and them going to public school. Yeah, the incubators. There's no incubation going on. Okay. So, I have scrap pieces left over from this project, which are now mixed in with all of my other papers. Thank you very much, Harry. Okay, we go. Scrap paper. All right, more scrap paper. Yeah. He looks at me like, what did I do? Oh, I don't know. Maybe you dumped stuff all over the place, you weird cat. All right. So, I have scrap paper, all them kinds of scrap paper that matches this. And I have cut some tag bases that will fit. So I just need to do the tops. Whoa. Okay, where's my stupid thing? There it is. And there it is. Let's go. No, I think I wanted a little more than that. We'll go here. Let's take a look. It's 4.5. Okay. Just gonna get the first one done. And then we're golden. Let's see. Yeah, I like that. Okay, I like that. Now I can do the rest. Scissors. So, just throw these on the floor, you know. Well, I'll tell you what. Used to be every year, Hubber, who has COPD, would end up with bronchitis and pneumonia at the same time. And that was a direct correlation to my grandkids bringing home anything and everything they picked up in the petri dish that was school. And now, since they're not going to, in class anymore, and since they actually no longer share a house with us because until about 2 years ago, they lived with us. And about 2 years ago, my daughter was finally able to kind of, do it on her own. It's a wonderful day. You raise your kids and they become adults, but they're not really adults until they're adults, So we kind of had to wait. And now, she's a full-fledged adult. She's bought a home. She's, doing it on her own. It was like, for a long time, we paid for school shoes and backpacks and uniforms. And then, she was able to afford buying the backpacks. And then the next year she did the backpacks and the uniforms. The shoes were a pain in the butt though, because 4 kids at $100 a pair, that's pricey. Yeah. Our kids are home. They're homeschooling as well. Doing the remote school here. The governor he was like, no, here's what we're going to do. Right out the gate. Last year, he sent them home once a week. They had to go to school and pick up like a packet for the week. And then they had to bring it back the next week and pick up the next packet. And so he was already prepared. This year, when the kids started school here, they just handed them all laptops, preloaded, ready to go with their lessons and everything on them. They had them in a alphabetically filed. So they were preloaded with the students, all the login information, like their student ID number and everything. So there was no confusion. They had a P-tab label on it that had the child's name and their student number. And so the kid had to go in and give them their name, give them the student ID number. They would pull it out of the rack and give it to them. And they sent notices telling her, which day to come, because they only did like 200 a day. But yeah, all her kids all got laptops day one, right out the gate. Our governor wasn't messing around. He was like, nope, no, we ain't playing. Let's see. Let's try this. 3.5. Let's see where that gets us. Oh, I got stuff dive bombing me. Cool. That works. Let's put some ink on it. Yeah. Well, I mean, even in school, here, and that's the bottom line, even at school, they were already doing pretty much everything online. They had like online programs that they were working from. And so these kids were already doing that. They were already doing like the little math programs and the stepped reading stuff, on the computer. So here, the transition wasn't that big of a deal. Now, I know in some schools, it was a big deal. They were like completely lost on how they were going to make this work. But here, the kids were already used to it because that's what they did. The teachers didn't really teach squat anymore. They're just glorified babysitters here. They just basically make sure the kids get to lunch. And, when they're in the classroom, they're all sitting on a computer anyway, because they if they're in the reading module, then they're in the reading, they go over the reading module and they read whatever it is they're supposed to read and whatever the next book is in the set. And then they, an hour later, they transfer over to the math module and they do the math module. And schools don't really teach anything any damn way anymore. So. And my grandkids all go to a STEAM academy, so they're even more independent because, they're supposed to be high achievers. So they've got them even more independent. The one I don't get, Shaylee's in chorus. And so, like, once a week, she has to record herself singing and send it to her chorus teacher. And then he grades her. And she went from being, like, his premier soloist to, like, getting barely passing grades in the class. And it's like, how does that happen? She's not singing any different. No, of course not. It's just, I really can't hear what you sound like because it's on a microphone over a computer. It's on the computer's microphone, which is crappy. Where is my player? Oh, where can it be? Not that one. This one. I want this one. Come on, everybody out of the way. Okay. This needs a thing. Well, my kids were homeschooled. And I'm not saying that that's the best thing for all kids, but for a vast majority, it's a good thing. But my grandkids, because their biological father's a winker, they can't be homeschooled. He wants them in public education. He's not even in the country. But he wants them in public education, so she has to keep them there. Okay, so we're going to use some yellow. I need to see if I can find some blue in the right shade. Nope. I have some light blue. We can use some of that. All right, let's put this away for the moment. Let's just put it over here. But yeah, I would rather see her kids homeschooled where they have a chance to actually do stuff that they want to learn, because some of my grandkids are really struggling with not being interested in the subject matter. And because there's no teacher there, there's no way for them to just like, no teacher can identify it. And go, well, this kid's not obviously not being challenged. Let's do something. All right, so I have one tag. One down, 9 to go. Well, let's see who would be texting me. In the middle of a live stream. Thanks, Chris. You would think she could, but there's a judge here in Vegas, in Clark County, who is in the family courts. He's a senior judge, and he shouldn't be. He really should not be. He started a law firm. He's one of the founding members of a law firm called ERDF, Equal Rights for Divorced Fathers. He always sides on the man's side. I know probably 8 women, because when my daughter got him and he treated her the way that she did, I went in and I started actually seeking people that were in his court. And I even had one father who came forward and said, you know what? He should have never let me have my kids. Not where I was at that point in my life. My ex divorced me for a really good reason, and he should have never allowed me to have unsupervised visitation with my children. And yet he did. My daughter goes into court for her divorce, and she walks in a professional length skirt and a nice blouse, no cleavage really showing, hair fixed, very minor makeup, mid-height shoes, very professional looking. He walks in a wife beater with a torn button-down shirt over the top of it and a pair of torn, nasty jeans. And every time my daughter goes to say something, he tells her to shut up. And I don't mean like, excuse me, or pardon me, ma'am. No, shut up is what he says to her. And then he looks at her ex-husband and goes, well, you tell me what's going on. And then proceeds to listen to whatever his story is. She went into court. He had emailed her at one point and said, I need to give up parental rights to the kids. It's not fair. Your husband should be able to adopt them. This way they have a chance, because he wasn't in the state at the time. And go ahead and file the motion and I'll come for court. So she borrows the $279 to file it. And she goes to court, and he shows up, and the judge looks at him and he goes, is this upsetting to you, sir? And he starts crying and whining. And she's got the emails, which are legal documents, where he says, I no longer want to have custody of the children, file the paperwork. And the judge goes, and this is like, they've been divorced for 2 years. The judge goes, well, under Soldiers and Sailors Act, you have the right to an attorney. Here's the name of an attorney who'll take your case pro bono, sir. I think you need to go and talk to him. We'll dismiss this. And just dismisses her $300 filing. And he does it repeatedly. He always favors the man. He should not be a judge. He should not be in the family courts. And he certainly shouldn't be a senior judge. I have documented cases. He gave one guy joint custody of the children, actually giving him more time than the mother got. And the dad turned around and committed suicide with the kids in the house. And he had a history of mental illness, but the judge wouldn't allow it to be admitted. Even his own parents, this guy's own parents, were there for the wife, didn't want to hear from them, called them traitors against their son in the courtroom. But nobody will remove him. And every time he goes up for re-election, he's always unopposed. So even if he's the only person in the city that votes for himself, he gets the job. And you're a judge for life here. So yeah, I mean, he's abandoned the kids. And whenever he like disregards a court order, the judge ordered them into parenting classes. She paid like $500 to go to parenting classes, and he didn't do it. And then when they finally go back into court and he shows back up, the first time he didn't even show up. The second time the judge ordered him to show up, he finally showed up. The judge didn't penalize him in any way for not showing up. And she turned in her certificate saying that she had gone to the parenting class. And when the judge asked for his, he said, "Oh, I didn't go." And the judge literally went, "Well, you probably didn't need it anyway. It's just her who needs it." I mean, the guy is just, he's a misogynistic, chauvinistic pig and shouldn't be on a family court bench. But they let him stay because he's a judge. He knows what he's doing. Hey, man. No emergency. Hubbard just wanted to know if I wanted something for dinner. Oh, let's see. I'm going to back this on something. I just don't know what I'm going to back it on. Could back it on another piece of itself. No, that's too obvious. Yeah, we'll do that. What do we got? We got 4. Perfect. Rounding corners. Ooh, we used a bigger one on that one. Okay. Hey, Carrie. No, Jessica, it wasn't us. It was you, babe. It was all you. Yeah, he left and bailed and went to Thailand, or the Philippines or something. And there's nothing she can do about it. He still has joint custody of the kids, and the guy that's raised them their whole lives can't adopt them. Yes, I did the math. Why? What's wrong with my math? I gotta know now what's wrong with my math. Your brain no like math. Every bit of the math, complete in its entirety. Okay? Every bit of it, down to every tiny score line. If you've ever seen like one of my kits, Chris, I do all the math. I even do the score lines for you. Yep. I put all the little tags and everything together, and then I measured that width, took that width away from, added that width to the spine and decided what I needed to take out in order to make everything fit. And look, it all fits. Perfect. It's a perfecty. Okay. Where's stupid tag? There's stupid tag. Okay. Taggy needs its corners rounded. Gotta make sure these fit. Look at that, would you? This. Look at that. Perfect. Okay. Those are perfect. Let's check this one. Oh my God. Perfect. All right. We are in business now. All right. So we're going to make tags and journal cards for this thing. But I have tags. Let's not use the one that I inked previously. That would be that one. And I don't like that one. Oh. Okay, get around corners. Where's my corner rounder? There it is. We're just going to round these enough that they slide in. So I've been binge watching Prodigal Son with the hub. And I got to tell you, that's a killer first season. Oh my God, it's like 22 episodes in the first season. Did we not know what to do with ourselves? What's the deal? I think we're on like 19 or 20 now. And the narrow tag. Amy loves cheesy horror movies. God, she loves cheesy horror movies. gonna skim a little off the side. That should be enough. I'm gonna take a little off the top. Needs a haircut. And even this out. It's a tad uneven. There we go. She spent like 2 weeks watching every single Tremors. It was funny. I'm going to round these first. Just because it's easier to do it on a single piece than it is to do it on multiple pieces when you're working with cardstock, and this stuff's pretty thick. And then I'll just, ink everything. All right, glue. I did not realize there were that many Tremor movies. I was like, Tremors 1, Tremors 2, maybe Tremors 3. I didn't realize there was like 6 or 7 of them things. Till Amy started watching them all. And I was like, which one are you on? She's like, oh, Tremor 943. Oh my God. Tremors in space. I don't think they had any in space. But I know they had it like in the Arctic and then on an island. How it got there, I don't know. Travels underground. I'm not exactly sure how it got over an ocean. Oh my God, Roscoe P. Coltrane. I remember him. Roscoe P. Coltrane. What was his Scooter? Wasn't that his nephew? What was his nephew's name? The one that was Cooter? Maybe that was it. The one that was in love with Daisy. I use reptile glue for stuff that I want to, that's like heavier, because this stuff grabs thicker. It's lumpier. You really have to shake it up before you use it. But it grabs better than, it's not as thin as like the art glitter glue. Because like when I put this on here, when I mounted this, I put a little bit of double-sided tape in there, and then I used the reptile glue because the art glitter glue will come apart, but the reptile won't. You put it on. Reptile's kind of like the super glue paper glues as far as I can tell. What's the matter, Gigi? Is your daddy not home yet? He not home yet? He'd be home soon. I know. Silly daddy. He left you. He left you. It's more of the hold of a wood glue. Cooter. Okay, Cooter was the tow truck guy. But who was the guy? It was Roscoe's nephew. He was the other cop, the younger cop. What was his name? God, that's going to drive me crazy now. because I can't remember it. Now I'm going to have to look at the cast and find out who played who. I think he was like only on the last season or two. But he had a thing for Daisy. And he was always giving them the like the heads up when Roscoe P. Coltrane was going to do something, or Doc, Boss Hogg was up to something. Enos. Yes. I knew it was something different. Enos, not Enos, Enos. Let me get this out of the way. Oh, where has my string gone? Where could they be? Do 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 do. Those were the days. Let's see. Oh, okay, Arlene. That was earlier when I was over at Jersey's earlier. She was making some tags out of what are those things called? Something boards. And she was making some tags, and I had just punched out. I'm in doing a swap in one of the groups that I'm in um, for die cuts. So I just cut out like, I don't know, like maybe 50 or 60 die cuts to send for my swap partners. And so I had like, all the little pieces were all over the floor here. So I got the vacuum out to clean them up. And I noticed they were all on my keyboard because I was watching Jersey while I was doing it. So I was cutting them over here, but I was picking them over there. And so there was like little pieces of paper all over by my keyboard and on my keyboard tray. So I went to vacuum it off, and then I wasn't thinking. And she was doing these questions, like this deck of cards. And she had a question, and I typed in the answer. I didn't even look to see. Apparently my vacuum had typed a whole bunch of stuff before I typed in the answer. So it was pretty funny. Yeah, somebody needs something. Because, yeah, there's only 11 people in the room, and I have an even split. You know what? I don't care. They can thumbs down all they want. For me, that's just it's view time, and it's free view time because they're not actually in here. But a thumbs down means that it was engagement, so you know it counts as a full watch. I'm good with it. It needs something. It's actually a couple of people now. It was kind of fun when it was just one person who did it, but now it's like a group of people. And I'm okay with it. More power to them. All right, let's get this sucker on here. There we go. All right. Ready? And let's cut a tassely thing to put on there. It needs a tassely thing. Hello, sweetheart. Hi, Nina. Bush hog. Hubbard got his done when we went to go get our haircuts. He had the nice lady do it for him because he has like one eyebrow hair that's like 9 million miles long. And it tries to grab me when he's asleep. It like reaches out for me. It's scary, I tell you. Okay, well, that was not brilliant. That was not my best. I just totally messed that up. Now, to fix that, or I have to make another tag. I'm not going to make another tag. I'm going to fix this. Where's my things? I need my things, man. Where are my things? They are. If at first you fail, just fix it. Mister, we can use a man like her, but Hooper again. Those were the days. See? All fixed. Sorry. I hope I didn't get the song stuck in your head. Do 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 do. Hi, Vanessa. I'm being a rotten, terrible human being tonight, apparently. I hope I didn't give anybody an earworm, but I may have. Oh, forgot to round the corners. Now I have to try and cut through 2 pieces with glue. Oh, well. There we go. Muy better. Oh, yeah. I can see that now. There's a guy. Most people know my son is deaf. And there's a guy named Keith Wan. You can watch his videos on YouTube. He's a deaf comedian, but he's not deaf. He's a CODA, which is child of a deaf adult, and because he's like both of his parents are deaf. He's been around deaf people his whole life, and so he was like their interpreter. And he does this video where, because he works as an interpreter now, he does this video where he interprets for a deaf person at a Vanilla Ice concert. And there's a couple of different forms of American Sign Language. There's like proper ASL, and then there's like sight and see, like where you sign exactly instead of signing in the correct grammar, you sign it exactly as it's done. And that's usually kind of the way you do it with music. And then there's sight, where like if you see something, you just kind of describe it. Well, as he's doing this, he's working as an interpreter, and he goes through it, and you've got to see it. It's hysterical as all get out, because he's trying to interpret Ice Ice Baby for deaf people. And he just gets really weird, and it's funny as hell. And if you're not a deaf person, it's still funny. And you will laugh your ass off watching it. So his name is Keith Wan, Wann, Wan, and just funny as hell. Look at that. See, I got to shave that little teeny piece off of there. I hate that. Just a hair more. Should just save time and put these in the trimmer at the exact same moment and trim them together. That would work, wouldn't it? Of course it would. Will I do it that way? Probably not. Why? Because I'm not that smart. And we'll actually do these corner rounds. Now, I just went and trimmed that. And it was perfect. And now, oh, well, maybe I should move that up. There we go. Okay, that's better. I'm going to give up in a second and throw these cards in the garbage, because they don't want to line up. Stupid cards. I'm better now. It was a moment. I'm over it. But Keith Wan was very nice to my son. My son was not born deaf. He actually has a condition that is causing deafness. And his hearing's never going to get any better. It might get a little worse, but it's never going to get any better. He's completely deaf in one ear and only has about 30% of the hearing in the other ear. And so there's like an expo, it's called Deaf Nation, and they came here, and they were here a few years ago when he was still little. And I took him down to Deaf Nation, and Keith Wan was there, and he was very excited to meet him. And we went up to where his booth was, and he started signing to my son. This was when my son was just learning how to sign. And he's like, "No, I don't sign." And Keith was like, "Oh, well, do you have family that's deaf?" Or he's like, "No, I'm going deaf." And so he kind of explained, and Keith was like, "Oh, yeah, I get it. Yeah, I know other people like that." And so he talked to him, and like the one thing my son could sign perfectly was like every Keith Wan routine ever done, every comedy routine he'd ever done. And Keith thought it was kind of funny that like his signing was not so great at the time, but boy, he could do those comedy routines. I was like, yeah, like you can't remember the state capitals, but you remember every single word to American Pie. If we want to remember it, we will. Oh, yes, and sign language has regional dialect too. And different things mean different things. Different signs mean different things in different parts of the world, in different parts of the country. Yeah. But you have to be really careful with sign language because there are some signs that can get you in trouble. Like a lot of trouble really fast. Let's see. See. Now I'm going to glue this one onto that piece of paper and then trim it. Yep. And village and vagina. And there are some that they had to completely change because they were considered to be racially derogatory. And they probably were. See how much better that one worked out? Perfect. Hi, Rebecca. Yes. There's some bad ones out there. Let's just go with that. But I have to give my boyfriend, my son's girlfriend, credit. When Mikey first started talking about moving to Kansas to be with her, I said, that's fine, but I'm not letting him come there until you can sign, because he needs an interpreter. He needs to have somebody who can be his voice for the world. And boy, she didn't miss a beat. She didn't miss a beat. Girl learned to sign. She signs better than he does. Yeah. But he's really good because he has spoken language is his first language. So he does have like when he does like when he works and stuff, he's able to understand what they're saying to him because he, as long as he doesn't come into the middle of a conversation, because he's really good at reading lips at this point in his life. But if he comes in the middle of the conversation, he may be lost in it. But he's gotten really good at reading lips. And but she signs better than he does. I'm impressed. I know. You take all that time. And you get him the lessons and you teach him how to use it, and then text messaging happens. Hi, Ginger. No. You just came in not 20 minutes ago. I may be a crazy lady, but I'm not insane. I do have a concept of time. Go through the hole. Stupid ribbon. Okay. He's around. He was here a little bit ago trying to steal my glasses. Like turd. All right, how many tags do we have? Tell us what we have left to do. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more of those. We can work on the big ones. Okay. Let's look and see what we got here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 1 more tag and 1 more journaling card. And we've got 2 of those, 1 of those, 1 of those. Let's throw something hokey in. Let's throw something weird into the mix. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Let's go 3.5. Try 3 3/4 first. See where that gets us. Nope, 3.5. I was right in the first place. I want to go 3.5. And then this sucker is 2 7/8, so let's go 2.5 over. So 3.5 by 2 5/8. Perfect. Perfect. Just want to clean this bottom edge up just a tad. It's a little rough. There we go. Great. Now I have American Pie in my head. I haven't inked this much in my lifetime. Hi, Mary. Yeah, Harry's got his own fan club. So I was watching a show the other day on YouTube. I watch it. I think I've mentioned him before. His name is Casper Sight. And he does reaction videos to like Nuke's Top 5. If you know who Nuke's Top 5 is, he does like haunted videos. And this guy does reactions to them, and he's funny as hell. And so I was watching him the other day, and I said, I think I finally figured out how to make like an overly successful YouTube channel. All I have to do is haunt a house. So all I need is, like somebody who's like 13 to 25 with a TikTok account, and I can create a haunted house. So I think I'm gonna have Shaylee come over, and we're gonna become TikTok famous. We're gonna live in a haunted house. I'm going to take my nice, quiet suburban house and turn it into a haunted house. This is it. The end of the vintage blue. I will save whatever is left from here for clusters. I didn't say that. Nobody heard me say that. Okay, that's enough tags. See, those are perfect. I'll save those. Yeah. Poor Arlene. Are you and the needle going to have a come to Jesus moment there, Arlene? Okay, we need to do that. I think we'll just use that. What the hell? Seriously? Am I really out of all beige cardstock? Where is it? It's up there. I'm going to cut down a whole sheet of beige cardstock for one piece for one strip of 4-inch wide. We'll use it on something else. All right. I can't thread a needle to save my ass. So, not anymore. But on my sewing machine, in the dark, from behind, yeah, that I can do. But right here in front of my face, nah, it's not happening. I'll be here for 20 minutes trying to thread a needle. Give me a sewing machine, and it's like, done. Okay, let's get this on here. There we go. Let's see. Where did I get my eyelet setter? I got it on Amazon. And I will pull a link and put it in there for you if you'd like. But I'm going to be honest, before you lose your minds. Oh, I hear the hubber. Hubber's on. Did you fix the girl?
The wonders of super glue.
Oh, okay.
She's got some good nicks in that tire.
She probably needs a new tire, Daddy.
I told her she can order the $30 jobs instead of buying the $130, whatever. So she's going to order it up tonight.
Our daughter's got a hole in her scooter tire.
2 of them. I've sealed one with the Fix-A-Flat, but the Fix-A-Flat was seeping out of a 1/8-inch crack.
Ooh.
So
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
I use super glue to try to help seal it up. Told her it's only going to last maybe 1 or 2 times. Otherwise, looks like it's going to be Uber Daddy.
Uber Daddy?
Uber Daddy.
Uber Mommy?
No,
Uber Purge?
After last night, when she had you wait that long, she didn't want to do that to you again. So she felt really bad about it.
Okay. Where is it?
Where's what?
I think.
What's that? Oh, you're not talking to me. Okay.
All right. Vanessa, on Friday, I have my regular monthly sale. And while I was scaventuring, my most recent scaventure, I found this. It's brand new. It's never been used. So, just a heads up, this is going to be in my sale this weekend. You never know. You could do like Amy does. Amy puts it in my head. Like, she knows I go scavenger on like Mondays and Thursdays. So like Saturdays and Tuesdays, she'll go, I wish I could find some of those little pads, the like the scorecard ones. And then I'll go shopping at the thrift store, and sure enough, I'll find them. It's a thing. Okay. Let's get rid of scrap paper for the moment. Just kind of push it off to the side here because we're going to use it. All right, now I got the big cards that are going in. And I think I want to put some tabs on some of these. So we get my tab punch. Oh, I want the other one. Yeah, crocodiles are expensive. But because of the way I shop, I pass those savings on to you guys. Okay. See, the reason that I got this is because it has the gauge on it, so I can set my depth up to 1 inch. And it sets my brads. The bad thing is it only sets one size, but it is all spring loaded. So for my carpal tunnel, I can squeeze this. And it's only about half the price of a crocodile.
No, dear.
Good job.
I just love how my dead ex-wife, who has never lived here, gets mail. What the fuck?
Watch your mouth a lot.
Sorry, but she's been dead how many years?
And
she's never lived here.
7. Really? 2 sizes? Cool. I only know the 1 size. So write them down and send them to me so I know which sizes they are. No good mail?
I don't know yet.
Well, I either have packages or I don't.
No, you don't.
Well, then there's no good mail. A silent setter. It sounds like a good dog. So the next step down. Okay. Not that one, this one. Ink. I love these punches. I found them on a scavenger too. Come on, glue. Okay. There we go. What's some sauce? Do you know what always happens to me, Rebecca? And I don't know how it happens, but when I'm wrapping Christmas presents, doesn't matter how careful I am. It doesn't matter where I put it every single time. I always lose the damn pen. You know, you're sitting there and you're wrapping those presents and you're writing the name on it. And then you put it in the same place every time. And you reach over and it's gone. And for some reason, it's like way over there. Ah, Arlene, that's not nice. Yeah, or the tape. Yeah, that one disappears too. Although Hubbard, I have to be honest, Hubbard's fixed that problem. He bought me one of those little tape bracelets, that pulls out the perfect piece of tape each time. And I have two of them, and he just reloads them. Like, this one's done, and he reloads another one so I can, so I don't ever have to take my hands off the packages. All right, opinion. Should I go the full length of the card to put a strip on here, or should I just do the center, like where I've got it matted? What do you think? See, Rebecca has the tape bracelet. It's great, isn't it? It's getting hard to find the tape for it, though. Who knows where it is? So, should we go like the full length of the card, or just where we have it? Just the matted part? Sure. Make me have to measure stuff. Okay, so 6. This is what, 12? Yeah, okay. Of course, this little cutter only goes so far, See how good we are. Oh, we're close. Let's see. Oh. It has to be narrower too. It's too wide. See, mo better. Okay. Nina's butt's like this. It's like my butt has a gravitational pull that seems to attract pens, markers, any writing implement. I feel you. It's like my butt has a serious gravitational pull. I'm pretty sure another 5 pounds and I'll start sucking up small children. Hi, Harry. You probably want me to get all the stuff off your desk, don't you? So that you can come up here and be worshipped. Yeah, I know. I'm not going to do it, though. It's my desk. I'm using it right now. He's like, woman, I know where you sleep. Okay. Hags is forever losing her glasses on her head. How many of us have done this? I know I've done it a few times. Or my personal favorite, when I take my glasses off and I fold them over and I put them in like in my shirt because I have to put my other glasses on to drive. And then we'll go to the store and I will be looking through my purse like a maniac trying to find my reading glasses so I can like read the back of something or like read the description on a package of some kind. And I cannot find my reading glasses to save my ass. And they're right there on my shirt, right there. You can have haunted yurts. Hey, and the best part of all that work was we now have a piece that fits on the other side. And we know it fits perfectly. So we'll just ink it up and put it on there. Slap that sucker on. I think it's getting to be time to put a new sponge on here. This one's starting to fall apart. I'm getting sponge poops on my stuff, man. I hate sponge poops. Not quite as senile as my mother, though. My mom would have her glasses on her face and ask where they were. Ma? You're looking through them, babe. All right, so that one's done. Two sides. I think that's funny, Arlene. Okay. Now we got to go across this thing. Where did I put the ruler? There it is. 4 1/4. And we're going to go 4 1/4 on this one. By like an inch. These are just accents, so they're an inch. All right, we're going to move this so we don't ink another piece of paper. Okay, my ex-husband, who I love to death, my mom always said he was gonna get killed like through his own stupidity. And he called one time. He needed somebody to come pick him up at the emergency room. He'd been hit by a car because he was walking through a parking lot, dropped his cell phone and his lighter and stuff, bent over to pick it up, and some guy in a 4x4 truck backed over him. And my mom was like, see, I told you. One of these days. I forgot to put the thing on there at the bottom, so I have to shave a little off of this. He's like, don't say anything to your mother. I'm like, Mom, come on, let's go pick Johnny up at the emergency room. What happened? He got run over by a truck when he bent down to pick up his shit he dropped in a parking lot. Boy, my mom gave him crap for that for weeks. That was fuel for her for weeks. She loved him, though. All right, now I have to put one on the other side, but I don't want to do the same one. I'm going to do this one. 4 and a smidge less. 1 inch. Yeah. I am. When my ex-husband and his girlfriend moved in together, she was like, he shows up with a cell phone. I was like, where'd you get the cell phone? This was back in the day when, you could still buy a cell phone at 7-Eleven. And he goes, oh, it's on my girlfriend's plan. And I looked at his girlfriend and I said, do not do that. You do not want to do that. And she's like, no, it's okay. I know him. He's fine. Yeah. Back in the day when you actually had to pay for your phone calls. Yeah. He ran up a hell of a bill, butt dialing people. He is a butt dialer extraordinaire. Okay, you guys have got to get out of here. You're in my way. I made a taggy journal. Say taggy bucky thing. And I got to put stuff in it now. Okay, I don't have any more tall pieces. I'm gonna take another piece out of the pad, which doesn't really matter because it's not like a pad. Only like 7 or 8 sheets to begin with. But it doesn't mean I'm gonna have to get out the big cutter for a minute. Okay. Let's take an inch off of this. Okay, and then what did we decide this was? Does anybody remember? 4 1/4. 4 1/4, which we can do on the little cutter. Okay. This one we can do all the way because we don't have the thing. Hey, Laura. Well, it took me a long time to get a cell phone because I didn't want one. Then when I finally got a cell phone, then they did the whole no more analog phone thing, And I was like, son of a, you're getting my analog with my cold, dead hands. And my kids were like, nope, sorry, got to get a smartphone, Mom. I was like, no, I don't want a smartphone. And now I got a smarty phone, which is actually kind of a dummy phone. But it's weird because, HubbleNet. I'm better on the phone than HubbleNet is. Every time we're going someplace and he has to find directions, he spends forever doing the whole typing it in. And me, I'm like, I just hold the little button and go, Tell me where I'm going, and my phone tells me. How long is this piece? What did we take off here? We took a quarter off of here. So this is so I need to take 1 3/4 off of here. Let's try it before, Look at that. Perfected. Well, scaventuring, I have really learned how to use it because when I go someplace like that I'm not familiar with, like whenever Hubbard and I go someplace, if we're leaving town, either going there or coming back, usually coming back, we'll drive someplace away from where we are, and then I'll like find a spot on a map and go, okay, I'm going to go to this little town. And then when I get to that town, which generally isn't a little town, but I'll ask my smartphone to tell me where the local thrift stores are. And it pops up a whole list of stuff. And it goes, here's where they are, lady. And I go, wow. And then I can go shop. It drives Hubbard crazy, but oh well. Okay, let's see what we got. So far we have the flowers, the spirals and the lines. And we have what with the butterflies. So we need one with the bikes. This might be long enough. Let's find out. Not long enough. Sucketh. Maybe this one. This one might be long enough. Not long enough. Well, that sucketh. Grandly. That sucketh grandly. Last page. Okay, we need 1 inch. And then 6 inches, I think, to the side. Done measuring. Yes, I put a paper trimmer on a paper trimmer. I have a lot of paper trimmers. There's this one. Laura hates this one. And I didn't really understand why until I was watching a playback where I used it. And then I realized why she hates it. Because with this paper trimmer and the angle of my camera, it looks like I'm going to slice my damn fingers off every time I use it. And I really didn't notice that until I was watching a playback on a video. And I was doing some editing because of where I put my fingers. But there's like a bubble right here. So as long as I keep my fingers rocked away from that bubble, I know I'm never going to hit my fingers. But it looks, when it's up here, it looks like it's going to take my fingers off. She hates it. She's always yelling at me, don't do that. Don't use that. Okay, so this one is slightly more than 4 inches. And I think we're going to go bigger on this one because I want to actually get this bicycle thing. Is there any? Okay, yeah, because there's none in there. Okay. So I'm going to go 1.5 inches, I think, on this one. And then I keep forgetting how far this is. 4.25. Oh yeah, we don't use the big one in front of Laura at all. She's really convinced I'm going to take my fingers off one of these days. And I don't actually like the other one that I just had out here. But as opposed to pulling up one of my big rotary ones, if I'm just making like a simple cut, one cut, it's okay. I'm not just very fond of it. Okay, all those are done. Let's get this out of the way for the moment. Get these out of the way for the moment. Let's get this all picked up. Over there. Okay, glue. Get you put up. You out of the way. Let's bring you guys over. Over there. You guys, let's get you put away. Okay. This and this, you can get put away. Hey now. We got cameras jumping off here, committing suicide. Skizzers. Stapler. Put the ink away before I put any other paper in it today. I'm going to get rid of this rubber. Get a new one on there for that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. Those we don't need. 10 tags or journaling cards, one or the other. Oh, piece of paper on the floor. Oh, and it's a pretty one too. Okay. All right, so now we have this. Which we can play with. Okay, this is the front. This is the back. This is the right direction. Okay. So we're not going to put any of these in until we do something with them, if we do anything with them. Thank you, Arlene. Stuck in because of a snowstorm. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Hi, Zoe. This show is for the ladies. Ladies, not ladies. Okay. We do have to put a front on this. And I'm kind of leaning to this one. I'm going to lean into this one. I don't know where you get your stickers, but mine come with sticky stuff on them that I don't trust. So I adds my own. Okay. So we're going to put this right here. Probably trace around that so that it pops a little bit. Nina, you're not supposed to be brokey. So we're pretty much going to just kind of do in this sticker set. I think I'm going to put, I'm going to mat another piece of cardstock here just for journaling purposes. Not sure. This one. Don't need to put a whole lot of stuff in here because this is not about the pages. This is about the tags. See, I got bicycles over here and I got bicycle dude over here. So I think we're going to use this bicycle dude. Huh. I know the date. I know everybody's birthday. Because I'm nosy. This one over here. And then I like this one. I'm going to do this one. The banner. The banner. Okay, do the banner over here. Why do they put these things in? These things are awful. Look at how huge this thing is. It's awful. This thing is huge. I mean, it would take up the whole page. It's too wide to go across the page. I could cut it. No, can't do it. Can't do it. They just make crap too big. Okay. Done playing with you. I'm going to play with these things. Nah, I just stalked everybody's Facebook page. Paid attention. That. And we need this one. This one has a vine across the bottom. So we don't want to do too much. So we'll do this one. Yep, I sat here with a magic 8 ball and I said, 8 ball, tell me their birth dates. And it told me. Wonder, it will. Yep. That was not your most graceful moment there, Harry. Yep, I have flying monkeys. They also deliver my packages. That's why sometimes they get delivered to the wrong place. Haha, see, we made that big old thing work. First, you don't succeed. Do it any way you want. I don't like that on there. I'm going to put it on here. I like it here better. All right. Get this off of here. Oh, Harry. Come here, Harry. Your fan club wants to see you. Come on. Let me get everything out of your way. Come on. Come on. Oh, good boy. Good boy. He's a good boy. He's a good Harry. There you go. Lay down. No, I didn't say down, down. I meant lay down. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to confuse you. It's like you put me here, then you said down. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it, baby. No, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. No. Okay, he's done with us. He's like, I'm out of here. Is there treats in my future? Seriously, he's over here beating the treats with his paw. He goes through one of these in like a week. This was full when Mike went shopping Friday. But it's okay because I'm ready for him. Y'all got to understand, he's not my cat. He's not. I'm just his poor, lonely human. His lowly, bottom barrel human. He's in charge. What can I say? He's in charge. I'm just the lowly human. You know, feed me, pet me, spoil me. Don't you ever take me out in the rain again. I did that to him the other night. I thought he was going to lose his marbles. He wanted outside because the dog was out there. So I put him on the harness and I took him outside in the backyard. And he begged to come back in the house. He's like, let me in. It's wet out here. What is with this water bowl? Hey, he's not spoiled much. He's spoiled a lot. Where's that thing that said, here comes the sun? Let's put the sun on it. Right? Okay. What's next? We got 4 left to do. Think minimalist. Think minimalist. Okay, this is kind of cute. Maybe this will work on this little taggy thing here. I don't know. I don't like it on any of those. We're going to put it on here. There we go. I like it there. Actually, I did that earlier. He was laying on the bed, and I went in to go to the bathroom. So when I came out, I always lay down with him for a few minutes and pet him. And so I was laying down to pet him, and the dog ran in and jumped up on the bed and then jumped off the bed and rolled him off the bed. And so I was like, damn, that sucks. Mike comes around the corner. He's like, are you talking for the cat? Yes. I know. Let's see. So far today, I'll show you what he's done so far today. He pulled this paper off the shelf. I know, because I just vacuumed. He pulled out this little thing of pots of paint that were on this little shelf. He knocked these off of the side table here because it makes great noise. And this is his favorite toy to throw on the floor. He wants them open. Oh, and just for giggles, he ate the directions and the measurements on how to make this tag book. Just came up, decided to eat the corner of it today. Bit into it, took a big old bite out of it, then looked at me like, why are you feeding me paper? I didn't give you anything. You came up and bit it. I know he needs a nanny cam, right? Should get him a nanny cam. Just make footage of him. I'm telling you, he'd be a freaking star. People would be like, that cat. Like, yep, that's Harry. I'm going to outline these, so I'll come in with my black microns and like trace around this so it stands out because it blends right now. He needs a GoPro. Make something right. Okay, these are the 10 items Harry's pulled off the shelf today. Let's see, what should we do? He's looking at me. He's like, what did I do now? I haven't pulled anything off in the last 5 minutes. I'll fix it if you want me to, fat lady. I can make it happen. Watch me go. So, hubby and I are going to buy a new RV because probably a tow behind because our camper, we gave it to our kids. Because it's too much for us. It sleeps like 6 people. And it's just too much for the 2 of us. You know, because there's us, the cat, and the dog. So we were looking at some ones and I saw this one. It was cute. Oh, it was perfect too. It was the only thing that was in it's a little tow behind. It's only 1,000 pounds, so I can tow it with, they show you towing it with a troll. So I could tow it with the troll if I needed to. But it literally, so you can tow it with a 4-cylinder. It was literally like a little kitchen, some places to put your clothes, and like a little dining room table that converted into a bed. And I was like, that's perfect. That's all we need. $28,000. Somebody is smoking good drugs. $28,000. I was like, what? What? I was like, no, you lost your minds. That is never happening. It was cute though. It was really cute. It was perfect. Like perfect size. And it was perfect enough for me. Like if I was going just by myself, you know, for me to be able to take it and set it up on my own. Or if Hub and I were going, it wouldn't like be too small. It would be just perfect. And then I was like, yeah, this will be great. $28,000. I was like, are you kidding me? I can buy a whole like Class C diesel pusher for $28,000. Somebody's doing dope. Because, yeah.
Well, they got to pay for that habit now.
Jeez, Louise. And I go out and I was like, that was really cute. And Hubbard's like, oh, the one you were just looking at? Yeah, that was like perfect. I was like, yeah, right up until I looked at the price. He goes, well, how much could it be? He's thinking the same thing I was, like 10, 15. He's like, what, 15, 16? I said, 28. He went, what? Them some good drugs.
Expensive ones.
Yeah, they're going to be able to afford some drugs after that. I was like, holy crap. I'm like, you know, the life expectancy on these things is only like 3 or 4 years.
5 if you're nice to them.
Yeah, 5 if you're really nice. And then we found a casita, which is a brand, but it's one that he and I really like. And I found it and I was like, oh, this has got a great price on it. Well, the reason it had a great price is because it's been stored in Arizona and the AC melted through the fiberglass roof. So you got to put a whole new roof on it. He's like, no, that's not bad. We'll just cut out the old one and just get a sheet of fiberglass, put it up there with some fiberglass tape, a little Bondo. I'm like, I don't want a project. I want a camper. Yeah, my daughter's going to do a schoolie. She's getting ready to get started on it now. But my old camper, it was too much for just one person, and it was too much for me to have to like set it up and take it down on my own. So we gave it to the kids, and the plan was that I would, get a different one. And something that would, work for me. Something that I can tow behind the car, that's maneuverable, that's not too heavy, that I can set up easily on my own, kind of thing. Yeah, no, these people, major amounts of drugs here. Oh. Let's see, maybe. Yeah, screw it. I'm going to put it on there. Oh, where's Boney? On the other side. Well, we've pretty much destroyed this entire sheet of stickers. Maybe this. I really like this whole sticker. Why did this piece have to be separate? Because now I have to fit it back in there, and that's always a pain in the butt. Okay. This out of the way. Put that away. Those put away. Corner rounder can get put away. I told them what we ought to do is just buy a utility trailer and just, put my crafty corner in it, and then that's fine. I'll sleep in the backseat of the car.
Sounds like more work than it's worth. Love you. Good night.
Good night, my love. Oh. Love you.
Oh. Love you too.
Love Patty.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Night.
Night. Everybody says, night, Hubber. A schoolie. It's like the short bus. And you rip all the seats out of it and you convert it into a trailer, into a camper. You know what I did see? I was on an RV site last night looking at some RVs, and I saw a 1978 Dodge Maxi van. I have not seen one of those in forever. It's got 186,000 or 185,000 miles on it. It is torn to crap, but it's still solid. I couldn't even believe it. I literally have not seen one of those in forever. Forever. All right, let's put cards and tags in this thing. All right. Big one. Big one. No. Okay, 1, 2. Here we go. How do you not fit? You're the exact same size as everything else. And your hair, you're a skosh too long. Oh, because I forgot to trim this one. Okay, I feel better now. I'm not so stupid. I knew we missed one. 2. 3. 4. Okay, that's 4 of those in the book. There's a lady who she's a full-time nomad and lives in her camper. And she's a freaking hoot to watch. If I can find her channel, I will link it. But she lives full-time in her RV and works from her RV. And she cracks me up. Well, that can't work. Crap. This one. Because I don't want this string, there. So we'll do this one over here, and then this one over here, and then this one we'll do over here. And this one will go over here. I like it. It's cute. Okay. All right. Let me see if I can find her real quick. I cannot for the life of me remember her name. So let me see if I can find it real quick. Is she in my? No, she was in there this morning, but she's not in here now. Probably loaded the video already. Let me look at my history real quick. See if I can find it because she's good. Let's see, maybe it's in here. Boy, there is some stuff in my liked videos that I don't even remember watching. That's just scary. Let's see. Well, crap, I can't find any of her videos, and I know I've just watched in the last couple of days. But I watch a lot of videos, so I would have to go back a lot to find it. But I will find it. Yes, I will. Showed it to my daughter when she dropped the kids off. Here it is. Okay. Copy. Close. Narlene. So this is her channel, and it's called Creativity RV, and she does all kinds of women nomad kind of stuff, like jobs you can do when you're on the road to make money for extra cash, that are legitimate jobs, like where you work remotely from a company. She does a lot of product testing, so you don't waste money buying stuff that may not work. She shows you how to do things that you normally wouldn't think to do, things that you might want to have in your rig that you wouldn't normally think about. How to maintenance your own, like, solar systems and stuff, in your solar panels and stuff. So, yeah, it's really a cool channel. I like it. Now let's see if I can do this without screwing this up. Crap. I'll have to figure out how to make that look right. Not a problem. I know how to fix it. Blingy dingy. When everything else fails and you screw crap up, break out some bling. Let's see. I need something yellow or blue than this. Perfect shade. If all else fails, break out some blingy dingy. And then just blingy the rest, and you're good. I should have enough room on this desk. You have to move. Okay. I'm going to put it right there. And it'll look like it's holding that on. Go over here. And do a blingy over here. And we'll do a blingy here. And we have one more tiny blingy dingy. So we'll do it here. Okay. See, we fixed it. Now we got blingies throughout the book. There's a couple of channels that are like that, where there's, they're living in like a converted trailer or converted bus or something like that. There's quite a few of them, actually. There's a lot more than there used to be, that's for sure. And my daughter and her girlfriend, they're going to do it too, so. She wants to convert. Okay, this one apparently is just going to have little things all the way around it because I'm screwing this one up bad. It's okay. I'll fix it later. She wants to get an old school bus, and she wants to do the whole convert it and drive it across country. And I told her the other day, I said, well, first, how about you learn to drive a car? Because she's afraid to drive a car at this point. She's got a moped now, so she's a little bit more comfortable. But still. Okay, I'm going to admit here that I'm not Tina. I suck at this whole outlining thing. She makes it look so easy. She just like flat, done. But her and her girlfriend, they want to convert a school bus and make a schoolie. And then she wants to drive cross country in it, just travel. She can do that if she wants to. Because she has her own small business and she can do it from the road. So she can do that. Okay. I'm not going to attempt the postage stamps. Yeah, I'm not that brave. Crap. It's okay. I can fix it. Bling fixes everything. Just add more bling. Yeah. Yeah, she found her niche. She really is much more talented than she gives herself credit for. I've seen her do some stuff that it's just amazing that she didn't go to art school. But she's taken a lot of classes, you know, and so she's learned a lot of techniques and then she's kind of changed them over to work for her. I will fix all of these little bloops with bling. I will bling the crap out of it. That shall fix it. I tell you, it will, it will. But I do want to go in the drawer and get some, like some yellow bling. I think would work. Some goldish yellow. So I'll go and get that, and I'll bling with that, and then that'll fix the rest of the issues. It's yeah, super glue, duct tape, and bling fixes everything. Um, uh, all right. All right, so it took me 3 hours to make 10 tags, 4 journaling, large journaling cards, and get them all in there. Okay. All right, let's go to March. All righty, let's take a look at this week. So Wednesday, the 17th, we're still going to have the round robin. And then on Thursday, we're going to be doing the Zen Mix Media. And then Friday, I have my sale at 2 o'clock Pacific. That's 3 Mountain, 4 Central, and 5 out on the East Coast. And then the flea market. And this time I'm doing something a little bit different. I've never tried it before, but I'm going to do something a little bit different in the flea market. I have 3 sellers, possibly 4. We might have 4, 3, maybe 4. for the flea market. That again will be at 2 Pacific, 3 Mountain, 4 Central, and 5 out on the East Coast. Does anybody have anything else going on? Happy St. Pat's, Mary. All right, that's it then. All right, guys, listen, if you're new here and you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe. If there's somebody in the box that you don't know, subscribe to them as well. You never know. Even if they don't have any videos up today, they may put some up tomorrow or next week. Who knows? But go ahead and subscribe, like me, ring my bell, share me with all your friends, and your friends can be my friends, and my friends can be your friends, and our friends can get to be friends. Before you know it, we have a giant crafting community. Until I see you again next time, please stay safe, guys. I love you. Bye-bye.